I rise in strong support of this resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, the Trump administration is engaged in one of the most unprecedented cover-ups since Watergate. And it's not just about Russia. It is so much broader than that. This cover-up spans across numerous investigations, and it extends from the White House to multiple federal agencies of government to completely separate outside parties. The administration officials now question the fundamental basis of Congress to conduct oversight. They object to committee rules and precedents that have been in place for decades under both Republican and Democratic leaders. And they make baseless legal arguments to avoid producing documents and testimony. The Trump administration is challenging the very constitutionality of congressional oversight, and it's happening in broad daylight. Several weeks ago, President Trump vowed, and I quote, "We're fighting all the subpoenas," unquote, end of quote. Since then, he has refused to work on legislative priorities, such as infrastructure, until Congress halts oversight and investigations of his administration. He wants us to forego our responsibility under the Constitution as a condition of passing laws to help our constituents and his constituents. The president's arguments are baseless. He suggests that all subpoenas that Congress puts out are partisan and somehow related to the Russia probe. But that is simply not correct. In the Oversight Committee, we have issued 8 subpoenas. 6 of them are bipartisan, and none of them is about Russia. They involve issues like the census, immigrant children being locked in cages and separated from their families, and the president's finances. This entire year, the White House has not produced one document to the Oversight Committee. Let me say that again. In all of our investigations, the White House has not produced one single shred of paper in response to our requests. The hurricanes in Puerto Rico, the White House has produced nothing. Security clearances, the White House has produced nothing. Efforts to transfer nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia, the White House has produced nothing. Hush money payments, the White House has produced not a thing. Even on issues like spending taxpayer dollars to pay for private jets, the White House has produced absolutely nothing. Over and over again, it does not matter what the topic is, the tactics are the same. And this begs the question, what are we covering up? Tomorrow, our committee will vote on whether to hold the Attorney General and the Secretary of Commerce in contempt of Congress for refusing to produce documents relating to Congress. Again, these subpoenas are bipartisan, and this issue has nothing to do with Russia. Yet the Trump administration has delayed, stonewalled, obstructed, and challenged the authority of the Congress on even these questions. I support today's resolution because it makes clear that in addition to seeking criminal contempt on the House floor, committees may seek authority to enforce their subpoenas directly in civil court actions. Nobody is above the law, even the President of the United States. Today's resolution reaffirms that Congress has the independent authority under the Constitution to investigate waste, fraud, and abuse and wrongdoing so that we can pass laws that are effective and efficient on behalf of all of our constituents. And with that, I urge my colleagues to support the resolutions, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields back before proceeding.